So for the last couple of days, y'all know I've been having a situation with my job and all that kind of stuff. The guy who threatened me, and called me a sweet boot ass nigga, gay ass nigga, and all that kind of stuff, and said he'll beat my ass. Okay, so y'all know I told y'all about that, and I really haven't said too much about it, and for obvious reasons, I've been talking to people and working on getting some stuff done. So my management has really done anything about it, and I really don't care at this point because this is my YouTube channel. This is my Facebook. This is my stuff, and I can talk about anything I feel like I can talk about. I've been documenting and talking about stuff that's going on in my life, so this is no different. This is no different. But I just want to probably preach just a little bit and just make sense and bring some light to situations. So okay, the guy, did that. So, I talked to management. It took management a week to get back to me. They emailed me back and forth. The manager that was taking the investigating, doing whatever, his mother was sick, and I can understand that, but I didn't talk to him till Saturday. So they did tell me they were going to suspend. They said it was going to either he can apologize to me and well, they'll let him go. Okay, let me tell you something. This stuff has been going on for 2 months. Like for 2 months, he's been kind of harassing me when I made a comment about him being kind of having a nasty attitude when he's working well. When he's working at the bar, he has a nasty attitude and he talks to people. And it's not just about having a nasty attitude. It's just about how you talk to people. And no one should be able to talk to anybody crazy. And it got so bad one time that one of the girls that worked there ended up crying. Okay, she literally cried because it was just so much going on. He just talked to people crazy. So, okay, they got back to him and like he was talking mad stuff. He been threw a finger sign at me a couple of times. Well, he threw a finger sign at me one time. Made smart remarks and stuff. And mumbling, I don't care nothing about. I don't care about that. I can go on about my life. I'm fine. So, when that situation happened Sunday, he called me those things. It was just pettiness. It was just complete pettiness. So I don't want no apology from someone who talks like who's been harassing me for a month and a half. I don't want no apology. Wrong is wrong and right is right. You called me out of my name. You made comments about me and all that kind of stuff. And you did that. And you did that at the workplace out loud. Like you called me a gay ass nigga. Then I've already heard you're homophobic anyway. I've already heard that. So I'm sitting up here like today, I'm on Facebook and I'm finding out there was a fight on Beale Street last night. There was a big fight. Well, it was not a fight. Somebody got jumped on Beale Street. It's really bad. You can find it's hashtag Beale Street. You'll find, I promise you. So I clicked on it and come to find out the guy who threatened me and said he was gonna beat my ass and he got and called me all these things was the one that got jumped. And it was so bad that he was unconscious. Okay, I'm not gonna put any links up. I'm not gonna. I don't think you'll probably see is the picture you have to find for yourself. You're gonna have to start getting on Facebook and looking up some stuff because I'm not gonna do that. And then it was really bad. He was bleeding. And he was bleeding really, really bad. And they say he had a fractured skull and all this kind of stuff. And it's a sad, sad situation. A very sad situation. One, I'm pissed off at looking at the video of my people, my brothers and sisters, looking at this man unconscious, unresponsive, and they're just taking pictures and recording. And it's just like, how can you do that? How can you sit up there and just look at someone lifeless like that and not help? Like we've become the new people of just taking pictures of stuff because we want to report. And I think some of us are so brainwashed. And now and listening to T.S. Madison, it's so much shit I want to talk about today. Y'all don't even understand. I want to go there today. It's just we are worshiping Facebook, Instagram, and likes and all that kind of stuff, and it is a mess. It's a mess. We're so interested in taking a document, taking pictures of something, so we can get some likes, some relevance, and it's really sad. It's really sad. But then again, I do a little, digging and try to look at and see what really happened. Come to find out, they say allegedly that some girl rejected him on Beale Street. She wasn't feeling him. And he went. I guess he went back and he had some words. And they said he was about to fight her. The people there said that's what happened. The people there say I've not talked to them directly, but looking at all the shit is adding up the same. I've not seen anyone say anything different besides the fact that they said that he tried to fight a woman, and I'm not really surprised if that did happen because when you are drunk and high and on pills and stuff, you don't know what the hell you are doing. Okay, I came home last night and I had me a damn drink. I had made a sangria the other day and I let it sit in the refrigerator for a day, for like probably like half a day. And I had fruit in it and everything, and I sipped on. I had about 2-3 glasses, and I had a phone conversation with someone, and I don't remember saying some of the shit I said. Like I do, but I can't believe like I said some of the stuff. It wasn't really bad, but I think I was a little bit more open than I should have been. But you just really don't know. And I'm not saying that he was drunk. I'm not saying he high. I was not there. But I would not be surprised if that was the case. Because I have worked with him and I know how he interacts with people. So it does not. I want all my fans and all my supporters and everybody to say a little prayer for him. Not just for him to heal and get better, but for this to change his life for the better. Okay? Because when you sit here, when you do things like this to people, karma comes back and it bites you in your ass. I promise you it does. It comes and it's 10 times worse. It's 10 times worse and it's bad. And I can't right now. The good person in me wants to feel really, really bad, but at the end of the day, life happens to change people and it's done the same thing to me. I do feel bad that that happened, but it's just like that's how I felt for the last 2-3 weeks. Looking at those people taking pictures and not standing up for him, not helping him, it's how I felt for the last couple of weeks. It was so bad I did not even want to go to work. I was really depressed, and a lot of my friends probably don't realize it, but I was in a state of depression, not because of what he did, but it took me back and it made me think about how much stuff us as gay black men deal with in the community, period. And it really hurt me because I had a rough, and middle school was kind of the worst time for me, coming out and realizing that I was a gay man, and like it was just I was talked about so bad for just being who I was, and that was having attraction for men, and I didn't act upon those attractions too much when I was in middle school, but it was like I was different, so I was picked on. And I used to hear that all the time. It used to be times I used to hate walking down the hallway from the same men calling me sweet boot ass nigga. And that shit took me back because that's some hurtful shit. Like you got sugar in your tank and all that kind of that shit. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. And I dealt with that. And it bothered me. So when I heard him say something like that, it took me back to these people think they can talk to us any kind of way and just get away with. And then my managers really did not do shit. And I don't care if they're watching it. Y'all did not do shit. And the security guards that were there, they didn't do shit either because they took up for him and made it seem like it was not that serious. When they told my general manager what happened, they said it just seemed like it was that serious. But you know what? I'm not too surprised when you have two heterosexual men. They don't understand. But now, let it been a white man calling me a nigga, he probably would have been fired. Okay, and it's just like I believe this job should have a zero tolerance. I've never worked for a place like this that does something like this. I've never. That's sexual harassment. That's sexual harassment. Like it should be a zero tolerance for that. But all they did was suspend him. But get into this, because this is what I'm sitting up. If it would have never happened, he would have never been suspended, and he would have been at work. That's what it boils down to. If he would have never called me and said what he did, and did what, if he never called me those names and say those things, he would have never been suspended, and he would never been off. Okay, who knows? And that just makes you think. Be careful of what decision you make because they might come back and you never know. It might be a decision you made 5 years ago might come back and haunt you. And treating people wrong. Treating people wrong. Because our Creator and whoever you all praying to, whoever we all worship, that's your business. But karma is some serious stuff. because it was not too long ago, and like I said, showing these people taking pictures of him was wrong. I'm just, even if that was me, if I saw somebody, I'm going to help them out. And it's just like our people, we got to do better. And somebody said, somebody commented on my video the other day and said something about where you sit up here and you talking about the black church is always at you. What about you not saying anything about the white church, or they not opening you up? They're not welcoming you with open arms. Let me tell you something. I've never really been to a white church ever. And whatever you consider to be a white church, I've never experienced that. So I'm not going to talk about something I know nothing of. If I've never experienced it from a white church, how am I going to speak ill of it? How am I going to speak on it, period? Okay, I'm only dealing with the black church, and I know how they have treated me and my other friends. And I'm not taking up or taking, for anybody. But this situation, and y'all, it was so bad that I haven't been to work really in about two weeks. I've really not made any money. Like I'm broke as hell right now. I'm like broke as hell right now. But I will stand, if you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. And I just refuse for that situation, for that to get like, for them to win. Like I just, you're not going to sit up here and tell me that somebody can talk to me like that and then you expect me to come back to work the next day. It's not going to happen like that. It's not going to happen. But you know what? This is what happens when you work for this kind of, this kind of company and all that kind of stuff. And it was so bad, you all, that I really thought about just doing a video. Matter of fact, I was supposed to be doing a video tonight, and I was going to post it Monday. And I was going to tell you all to call my job and call and ask to speak to my manager. And I was going to tell you all to demand that something happen. I was going to use my platform from that. And I probably still will. But, I don't know. Who knows? Because I think, and somebody tweeted me today and said, "Don't it's the battle was not mine to fight." And I'm not, like, bad things happen in this world. Bad things happen whether we like it or not. But when bad things happen to us, sometimes we have to take what happened and kind of pick up the pieces and figure out what we did wrong. How did this happen? And how can we prosper from this? How can we progress and get better? And I just hope that he takes this as a life-changing thing and gets it together. I just hope and pray he does. I just really hope he does. I really do. I really, really do. Y'all don't understand. And I hope some of you heterosexual black men that are harassing gay men for being themselves and saying that we chose this lifestyle. And I'm not saying people, period. People, period. White, black, yellow, green, purple, all that. I hope that we take this time to sit up here and, stop discriminating on people about things that they can't control, and stop fearing something that you don't understand. Because the only thing that really got me up yesterday and got me able to was Beyonce and T.S. Madison. And I was listening to T.S. Madison's video that she posted yesterday on Facebook. I might put the link on that under the description box. And she was just talking about people sending people to hell, and they have no deeds there. They're not. You can't tell me if I was there because you've not been there. If you not came back and told me I was there, so you can't sit up here and do that. And he was just preaching, and he was just like, and she. I don't know what, I'm just going to tears, man. Big dick bitch. I love her to death. And just preaching. And I loved it, and I was here for it. And that motivated me to step my pussy game up and take my ass to work and fuck what people say, because I'm going to do me, and I'm going to continue to do me, and I can be nobody else except Justin. So, that really, and then listening to Beyonce's Flawless Remix, y'all know I really wasn't here for it. I'm still not really too here for it. I think it's a cute song, but I feel like it was a little too much. It was just a little too much, and I feel like, folks kind of just hyped it up too much. It was a good song, but it wasn't just, ah! But that's a whole nother story. But listen to her when she said, "I'm the shit, I'm the shit," that really, that helped me be able to, But like I said, I hope everything gets better for him. I hope this is a learning experience. And I can tell that I just feel in my spirit that I feel like it's going to be some kind of mess come from this. because I've shared the picture on my personal Facebook page and my like page, and I'm kind of getting some, but not too many, but somebody just told me I should take it down off my Facebook, and I can understand it, but at the end of the day, I just it wasn't me saying, this happened to him, or this is good. I'm glad it happened, but I'm just explaining to folks that you can't sit up here and do bad and expect bad not to happen to you. You just can't. I mean, you can't, and you can't tell how somebody feels in the inside just because you don't see anything. I don't wear hurt very well. Like, you can't. Well, I do wear it very well. You will never be able to tell that I'm bothered or something unless you are one of those people that can feed off someone's spirit like me. You won't be able to tell. You won't, because I was still doing videos and everything for the last couple of days, and I was really, really bothered. I was really, really bothered. There is a breaking point, of course. I can only go so far. You all seen that from the video I did earlier this year, but it was really bothering me. It was not because I was fearful for my life and coming to work. It was just that I was bothered. Period. That no one seems to care, and it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't. But that's all I got. I love y'all so much for supporting me and being there for me and everything. I appreciate y'all so much. I do not understand. I promise you. I wish I could meet everybody and at least speak to everybody for a minute. Maybe one day I will be able to do that. Maybe something like that is in the works. I'm thinking about doing something big. So I'm thinking about doing something for my birthday Wednesday, and that's gonna be with my supporters and my fans. Maybe some kind of video chat thing where I can speak to everybody. Maybe something like that'll be fun. Y'all give me some suggestions, but that's all I got. Um, yeah, that's all I got. I'll talk to y'all later. Deuces, bye.